say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war. For your love, for your praise, and I love you to my dying day. When you're gone, I'll go mad, so don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Everybody! Da 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 da. I'm just a light weight in your eyes. Against the odds and through the grain, you would never know me anyway. I'm just a light weight in your eyes. I'm just a light weight. Against the odds and through the grain, you would never know me anyway. I'm just a light weight in your eyes. I'm just a light weight. I'm just a light weight in your eyes. Still alive. I'm just a light weight in your eyes. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive. Oh. What a scene, what a joy, what a lovely sight. When my game is the big sensation. Has the Mars morning taste altered overnight? Have they found new sophistication? Not yet, they just wanna see if the night sky visible. If it's east, west, and the money sky, they all come. You can rave all you want if you raise the roof, scream and shout, and the gate increases. Break the rules, break the bank, I'm the living proof. They don't care how I move my pieces. Well, I know I'm the best there is, but all they want is a show. Well, that's alright, I'll be glad to oblige. SRO, SRO.
I have spilt everything.
Morning, evening, and afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of That Bastard Chap. Badly plays, he's playing King of the Castle once again, baby, undefeated. He's got the fifth. That's right, the fifth of the person. But also, very big thank you to Easy Fawn. Very good person, very good follow. Yes, very good, very nice, very cool, very nice, very cool. Meaning only 11 more until I have to play a game I don't want to play. That's a good punishment for basically getting that amount of followers. But as well as that, also, big thank you to Poppy Playtime. That's on Friday. I mean, Sunday. That name. Yes. That will be on Sunday. But also, curse this mind of mine. But yes, also, really big thank you to, let me just reset it. Good old Melvin CRT for the ever so loving follow. Melvin will be editing certain clips that tend to be on this channel, and I will probably do it weekly if I can do that. That's the thing. It's okay, Dragon. I'm just tired today, so I don't realize. Oh, but as well as that, let me just first of all do something that I keep forgetting to provide myself. It's just across the room, and I'm going to grab it right now. It is now out of the mini fridge and into this receptacle. And time for a little bit of an ASMR. Let's just hear the little ASMR. Oh! Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear it loud and clear? I sure hope you did, because that was amazing how it basically sounded the way it did. And there's a lot to talk about. This week has come and go, but at the end of the day, there's still things to talk about. From when this week starts to when I basically started streaming on Friday. Sooner or later, Saturday and Sunday. Lot to talk about, and as well as that, lots to digest, really. So, first of all, before we get into it, let's just introduce ourselves to the same people we always introduce ourselves to. It's the one and only
Nicholas Cage,
the best idol in the friggin' world, and the Dead by Daylight champion. Do not add him! Please. He is sick and tired of your fan letters. I swear to God, I get like 10 in a month. I mean, seriously, why do they always think I'm the chosen one? The only thing I've chosen is to basically be in bad movies. Let's face it, it's just a thing. And also, we're Sir Chapo! Hopefully, I will be able to acquire you, little Sir Chapo. Either through Throne, or either through the virtue of just contemplating if there's a possibility. I can play for 2.5 hours tomorrow, by the way. Yay! Unless they tell you to go in early, in which case, boo! Boo! But at the same time, it hasn't happened yet, so yay! 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 But as well as that, we've got a lovely little corgi on the top left. My second underrated character, Chuck Green from Dead Rising 2. On the bottom left, we got Karlak from Baldur's Gate 3. And on the bottom right, Song Ji-hoon! Very lovely indeed, wouldn't you agree with that? Very much so. Yes, 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 indeedy. But without further ado, let's just get into the nitty-gritty of these things, whilst I basically tell you about what I've done this week. My mother just went to Germany in order to basically visit my little brother. I mean, not little brother, he's my twin brother. He's not little, he's oddly enough an inch higher than me. And as well as that, well, a lot of things transpired, really. One of them is that she got there and nothing bad occurred. Although, do you want to know what did happen? On Monday, when I was basically just having a lovely little relax, I got an inquiry for an extra gig, and knowing what I'm probably going to see, I I believe, the inevitable, which is that, think nothing of it, and then just accept the inquiry, and then think nothing of it, because I always have this mindset and possibility of being released in the future. However, this was not one of those times, because the day after, they asked for a selfie. I was like, what? Why do you need a selfie? It's like, oh, we have you shortlisted. They texted me and they called me. And your boy was a bit of a sleepy man. So as a result, I got that call. And thus, as a result, I washed myself. I fully was like, alright, get in the shower, drench yourself in water, brush your teeth, get the moisturizer on with the exfoliator, get those little bags off your eyes, and then go to this background and then take a selfie. And also the middle. And also the back of my bald ass head. And thus I'm thinking to myself, okay. But I didn't think of it. Half an hour later, I was booked to confirm that I was going to be doing something all by myself. What was I doing all by myself? Driving. Organizing my clothing. And when I mean organizing my clothing, I dress up whenever I want. Don't worry, I'm not a mother's boy. And as well as that, get everything prepared, really. And yeah, once I basically got in that car, turns out I felt all forms of amazement. Do you know why? No backseat drivers. No panicked passengers. No nothing. It was just pure 60-mile-an-hour driving. Because it was all in the countryside. There were little to no cars in the street. And as a result, I got there an hour early because I just didn't want... Because I thought me driving was going to cause more delays than anything. Turns out that was, like less of a point, really. I watched a good movie yesterday. Ooh, please divulge. Whilst I continue to tell you about it. But yes, look at that. Monarch Zako the Fifth! That's right, the Fifth! Presiding of the Class Traitor Dynasty. Presiding over the kingdoms of Grandees of the South, the Counts of the East, and the Chiefs of the fucking North. A street cat named Bob. Ready up when you can! A street cat named Bob. Oh. Who the fuck is this dude? It looks decent enough. It's a 2016 British biological drama film directed by Roger... I'm not going to be able to pronounce that last word. Written in... James Bowen, a homeless drug addict, starts living in a council flat. His life and fortune change for the better when he adopts Bob, a stray cat who keeps following him around. Okay. So I guess it's a wholesome film for wholesome people. Ah, we got the chief. Easy fun. Lovely jubbly. By the way, I didn't know you could just say blue as well. Is that possible? I watched it for the cat, of course. Because you've got your own pet as well. Besides the children, of course. But yeah. I basically got dressed up, get my hair and makeup, and I slightly had to convince them to keep the mustache, which I still have, by the way, because they saw me, they saw the location, they saw the setting and thought, I did, but he passed 2 years ago. Aww. Your first join in a game, you can join any faction you choose. Oh! After multiple, I will say, countless amounts, I will say, the countless amounts of times I've basically streamed King of the Castle. Never once did I think just putting the word blue was enough. Oh, sorry, Island Kid. It does not seem like you had easier choice, it would seem. Sorry, Kane. Either saying the colour or the titles. Well, apparently, when it comes to Island Kane, not so much. Are you alright with being a zealot, Island Kane? I'm very sorry if that's the case. But we have enough for a game if you would like to start. Very much so. And of course, before we begin, long story short, I enjoyed my time there. I bought £14 worth of fish and chips because I had a sausage, some scraps on top, with a ketchup packet to go with it, and then just... And I know the film crew basically get provided free meals, but I'm like, there's a fish and chip shop right there. I enjoy fish and chips. And I'm like, I do have the game myself. Ah, very good. And thus, as a result of... And also, one of the main cast and crew wore this outfit that showed him absolutely caked up. And I'm like, damn! And then I moved on, trying my best not to make eye contact with it. Because, my God, it was the kind of outfit you expect to see on Suits that just give off the curve, if that makes sense. Maybe it's because the Grandees were the only faction without any players. Fair enough, really. But don't worry, there will be others that will join us eventually. But without further ado, it is time to play the game! With Monarch Zacho V of the Class Traitor Dynasty residing over the Chiefs of the North, the Counts of the East, and Grandees of the South. Island Kane being the Grandee, Easy Fawn being the Chief, and Captain Leafy the Fourth being the Count. Let's hope no one dies this time! Ready? Let's begin! Baby! Oh, baby. Oh, also it's -1 degrees outside. It was absolutely freezing. And you had to hold on to certain containers like glass and metal. And my God, was it even more freezing. I'm going to get so upset if I get killed again. It's only one way to find out. Time for the council introduction. Now that you're the monarch, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Ah, let's go for the Chiefs in the North. Go look at the days ahead, your majesty. You'll need it dealing with a lot of us. Yes, Easy Fawn, I'm sure. And I will say, you look amazing with those glasses. And the axe. And the helmet. Looking gracious. I look forward to interacting with you a bit more than usual. Then we got the Grandees of the South. May the ninth God bless your reign, your majesty. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. Ah, lovely hair, I will say, Island King. Lovely, jubbly hair. I look forward to seeing more of that in the coming days. Very good indeed. What is that? Like white? Or is it like grey shiny? Or is it like blonde but with a bit of white in it? Me is confused, but still. Introduce you, and of course, Captain Leafy of the Count of the East. In honor to finally make your acquaintance, your highness, I was dismayed to hear of your father's passing. Yes, would you also like to know that Captain Leafy was very upset every time because the Count of the East never got chosen for their spouse, to which last week it happened and I won with that, so, you know, Leafy, you have nothing to complain about anymore. Anyway, except for dying, of course. And with that, the introductions are donezo. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your father fought so hard for? My descendants is on the throne. Yep, you're damn right. Then, of course, we got the coronation. Oh, wait, before we get into it, authority at 6, stability at 6, a treasury at 4,410. And of course, with the Chiefs, we have a trade of 10, a farming of 8, a military of 5, a faith of 9, and a defiance of 2. For the Counts, we have a trade of 9, a farming of 5, a military of absolute zilch, a faith of 8, and a defiance of dos. Then for the Grandees, we have a trade of 10, a farming of 8, a military of 6, a faith of 10, and a defiance of 2. Won't it be amazing? I don't need a military. I can neutral. Yeah, fair enough. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your father, but now it's your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get over it. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, shall we? A. Host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. Will we B. Force the commoners to swear a blood oath? Or C. Or D. The nobles must put on a vast banquet for the monarch. A, B, or D. Vote now! Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. A. Voting, voting. Voting is for you. Voting, 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 voting. Voting is for you. Voting, voting. It's what you all should do. A. Voting, voting. Voting, voting. Voting, 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 voting. Voting, voting, voting. Voting, vote, 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 vote. A. 10 more seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It would look like Island Kane has abstained from the voting process, and thus, as a result, the voting has died at day 1. If that is the case, we have enough money. Let's host that parade, fellas! Woo! Lavish parade. The coronation is a great success. Jugglers, wine, fireworks, and feasts. It has an impact on your treasury, of course, but what doesn't? Lovely jubbly, wouldn't you say? Time for the path to victory. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your father out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Well, we're not going for as a conqueror, considering the lack of military. But we have won via a trade, a farming, and a faith thing, and also a stability. Oh, it's so lovely being me. Let's go for... as an architect of the new golden age. Yeah. Yeah, why don't we? A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Yeah, be off with you. And the season! And of course, another one! For anyone who doesn't know, this is the second time we've seen this happen. And I'm not just talking about, oh, I won the grannies won the throne on that part and then took over. No, this is the second time we've had another noble by that same name come about in this situation. Zacho of the Island Kane lineage, notorious southern elder, stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. They seem to like that. They really do. So, will you A, do some sorcery, which is raising the authority, B, favor, which is, of course, raising your own farming, or C, excommunication, which is lowering stability? Which one shall you pick, Island? Which one shall you pick? Is Island even here? Questions, questions, questions. That need answers. I swear to God. Alright. 10 more seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It will now go on to random. Voting has closed, and thus we'll pick. Yell at me when it's my turn. I'm making lunch. Very well. Sorcery. Goal of raising the authority. The grandees plan to make a bargain with a wizard. These immortal spellcasters solemn get involved in Sorry, let me try and rephrase that. The grandees plan to make a bargain with a wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the monarch was considered a threat to their autonomy. Ooh. To advance their schemes, the grandees must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Damn. Horizon! Wow, it's already Friday. Where are the fries? Well, you'll find out once you join up! We need people. Oh my god, you want me to drink water? Very well. You are a part of the Chiefs. Here's your 5,950 gold. Don't spend it all in one place. Dimitri of the Captain Leafy dynasty, powerful Eastern enigma, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious tone. Test. Yeah, don't worry. You can see it. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false monarch Zako V weighs the crown. Is it blue? Yep, it's blue. Do not worry. It's all blue. Wait. Dragon, maybe it's only red to you, but to me it's blue. Anyway, I am lying. Fair enough. Anyway, do you A, use subterfuge of lowering stability, B, doppelganger, which is lowering your own defiance, or C, ascension, which is lowering your own faith? Which one shall you do, Leafy? Which one shall you do? By the way, Leafy is making breakfast, so I'm just gonna yell my head off. 10 more seconds! Also, Dragon, oh, you are part of the counts. Enjoy. Don't spend all your money in one place. And that's all the nobles, it seems. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Voting is closed, and thus doppelganger goal of lowering own defiance. The counts plan to swap the real monarch for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their schemes, the counts must keep defiance at 4 or less in 2 seasons. Lovely. Meanwhile, Veleda of the Horizon clan, eccentric northern warrior, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning as if in a daze. Chiefs of the North! We all know I should be on the throne, not they send both to the monarch Zako the thief. How do they make that happen? Do you A, do some uprising, which is of course raising the treasury, B, intimidation, which is raising stability, or C, hornblower, which is lowering all faith? Which one shall it be? Horizon and Easy Phone. Oh, you're choosing intimidation, which is raising stability, but uprising of raising the treasury. It's now a 50-50 split. Who will it be? Voting is closed, and thus it will be B, intimidation of raising stability. The chiefs plan to hold the monarch hostage in their own palace. First, they must lull the spymaster into a false sense of security. To advance their schemes, the chief must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Interesting indeed. Now that the plans have been set forth of the questionable claimant, the embittered step-sibling, and the questionable claimant, both of them being the same, time for the laws of the land to be set in stone. Call for unity. End season! We got a fishy wedding, the honor guard, and a mysterious ship. Time for the honor guard! As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with the Knights of the Order de Jan Rose, and the grandees offer the fiercest battle nuns from the Sister of Steel. Think carefully, your majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire some foreign mercenaries that'd be loyal to a kind above all. Not yet, Horizon, not yet. I'm too tired for this today. Oh, do not worry. I've made my decision already. I'll write your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. It's the Northern Warriors. I will make the arrangements at once. Ah, lovely. And I haven't even gone to work yet today. Don't worry. Hold your breath. It raises the blood pressure. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of the containers faints. Let's get some fish DNA. Let's see this fishy wedding. Your Majesty, the Archduke of Sal has invited you to his forthcoming wedding. Your attendance would help shore up relations between our two great nations. God above! Great nation? The Isle of Sal is nothing more than a nest of pirates and cutthroats. And I heard it isn't a proper marriage anyway! The Archduke is marrying a fish! The groom is a finfolk, one of the dozen denizens of the sea, perfectly sentient and actually amphibious. Well, the church doesn't agree with a man marrying a fish. We mustn't legitimize the farce by allowing the monarch to attend. Ho, ho, ho. Which one shall we do? Is it A, of course the monarch should attend the wedding? Or B, the monarch will not attend, but will send their warm regards? Or C, condemn the wedding and sever diplomatic ties with the island of Sal? A, B, or C? Vote now! Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. Hey, voting, voting, voting. It's all you all should do. Hey, voting, voting. Voting is for you now. Voting, 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 vote. The voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 voting. It's what you all should do now. Voting, 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 vote. Voting, 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 vote. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It looks like the voting is closed, and thus you are picked. Of course, the monarch should attend the wedding. Excellent. The wedding is scheduled for next year. I'll inform the Archduke that you shall be delighted to attend. Huh? This kingdom is sliding into madness! Ah! When it's announced that you will attend the wedding, the grandees are naturally scandalized. But the peasants, sentimental as ever, are in favor of your decision. Public opinion turns against the overly strict church. Lovely. Lovely, a jubbly. Moving on from there, we got a mysterious ship. Your Highness, a shipwreck has appeared on the edge of my estate. And it's not even from the east. Its name is the Keystrid, and it bears a northern flag. Yay, one step closer to being a heathen again. Yeah, I'm sure. That vessel went missing a few months back. We feared she was lost at sea. Well, she was found on land, right on top of my favorite picnic spot. My serfs discovered only one survivor. One survivor. A northern survivor. He claims to remember nothing of what happened. Me head's killing me. Has been ever since I woke up. Did you teleport this ship? I swear I didn't do anything. Last I remember, we were sailing along northern waters. Then nothing. This poor soul needs looking after. We must care for him in one of our monasteries. Nay, we must interrogate him further. I must know why this ship is on my land. Alright, shall we A. Send the sailor to the monastery to Colonsave in peace? B. Pay a scholar to help him recover his memory? C. The Count should hire adventurers to investigate the wreck? Or D. Leave the sailor? Actually, it would actually be much more beneficial if I did that. A, B, C, or D, vote now! Voting, 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 the voting is for you. A, voting, 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 it's all you all should do. A, voting, voting, a voting is for you. A voting, 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 voting. A, voting, a voting is for you now. Voting, 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 vote. Oh, voting, a voting, 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 a voting, 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 vote. Vote, vote it up, vote, vote, vote. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It looks like the majority have picked leave the sailor to recover alone and the wreck to moulder away. Voting is closed and leave the sailor to recover alone and... The chiefs grumble amongst themselves, muttering about your lack of charity. The sailor is left to wonder as he wishes, and you do not hear from him again. As news spreads around the bizarre reappearance of the Key Strait, visitors come to the east to view the wreck. They arrive keen to spend money on overpriced tourist goods. Look at them, Teds! Look at them! They are so beautiful, wouldn't you agree? No one dares to get too close. Rumor has it that some visitors have gone missing after spending too long near the vessel. Lovely jubbly. And the season! We are now in the bidding wars! We got Horizon with 5,950. We got Captain Leafy with 3,100. We got Dragon with 1,100. We got Easy Fun with 1,000. And Island King with 1,000, which makes both Easy Fun and Island King the most broke! That's right, the most broke! Isn't that right? React bot, look at their disgusting displays of wealth, wouldn't you agree?
Bro looks like Coco Melon.
I know, right? I don't see how that has any... Are they also broke as well? I kind of need some explanation for that. But yes, in the Chiefs we have A library, which raises stability. B, a prison, which lowers stability. While for the Count we have C, a cathedral, which raises the faith. And D, a deer park, which lowers the farming. While for the Grandees we have E, a monument, which raises the authority. And F, an observatory, which lowers the faith. A, B, C, D, E, and F. Get your bags out and throw them on the ground! Get your bidding on. Bidding on. Get your bidding on right now. Oh, oh, oh. Get your bidding on. Bidding on. Get your bidding on right now. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry, lads, I gotta go. Dinner time. Very well, Easy Fun. You enjoy. Get your bidding on. Get your bidding on right now. Wow, wow. Get your bidding, a bidding on, a bidding on, a bid, 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 bid, a bid, a bid on. See, y'all have fun. Don't you want to throw a penny of gold at least? Just so you can fill in the gap? Get your bidding on right now. Wow, wow, wow. Get your 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It looks like the only thing that was funded was your monastery. Oh, you were a bit late there, Captain Leafy. You were trying to do it the last moment, but it appears to be too late. Sorry. Not sorry. And the season. And thus we have an island rises, armed shortages, and finding a spouse. I was out of the room anyways, fair enough. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? I do not care. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Ooh. Any mini money, this one. Armed shortages. Your Majesty, the situation in the East is dire. Our peasant levies have suffered dreadfully in the last few seasons, and now refusing to serve in any future military actions. I'm worried for the safety of my fellow Counts. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the East. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? Alright, shall we, A, hire a mercenary company to protect the East? Do we, B, conduct an extensive Eastern recruitment campaign? Do we, C, force farmers to join the Eastern military? Or D, the East has no need for soldiers, leave them be? B, C, or D, vote now! Voting, 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 the voting is for you. A, voting, voting, it's all you all should do. A, voted, 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 vote. A, voted, voted, vote. Voted, voted, vote. A, voting, voting is for you now. Voted, 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 vote. It's 100. What can go wrong? I know, right? Voted, 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 vote, vote, vote. 10 more seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. But I have no military. Voting is started at 1, and you will stay having no military, I guess. Lovely. The East has no need for soldiers. Leave them be. Lovely jubbly. Yay! Lovely jubbly. Not everyone in the kingdom believes in military might, although the counts are furious that you've left them out to dry. Other nobles praise your forward-thinking attitude. Perhaps disarmament is really on the horizon. You could have let me have the farmers. I don't have a border with Ashmedai. Oh, yes, most definitely. Don't worry, they have their own thing. The Ashmedai are... wait, no. Wait, where's the... the Taliban and the Ashmedai are of the lovely grandees. They have a bit of a military to go about. Anyway, an island rises! Your Majesty, Your Holiness, something most strange has occurred in the Ghost Sea! A new island has risen! Halfway between our shores and the island of Sal. The Fiend folk raised it from the depths, using their weird ocean magic. It's true, Your Majesty. The Fiend folk raised the island to celebrate the marriage of their prince to the Archduke of Sal. They will gift it to him on the day of the ceremony. So don't worry, no one can attack you. Yeah. The East is like Costa Rica, no need for military. Yeah. This is terrible news! The island is of immense strategic importance. We can't let it fall into slandish hands. I mean... right? Are you sure? Alright, do we A. Send the monarch to conduct secret negotiations with the Finfolk? B. The monarch shall attend the wedding as planned? C. Pay a wizard to sink the island back into the sea? Or D. Send the monarch to seduce the Finfolk prince, sabotaging the wedding? Let's just go to the fucking wedding, alright? A, B, C, or D? Vote now! Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. Hey, voting, voting, voting. It's all you all should do. Hey, voting, 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 vote. Hey! Voted, 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 vote. Voted, voted, vote. Hey, voted, 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 vote. Voted, vote. Voted, 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 vote, voted, voting. It's what you all should have to do. It's a voting. Voting, voting. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh no, this is the globe thing. What do you mean the globe thing? Voting is closed. No seducing. The monarch shall attend the wedding as planned. Lovely, a jubbly. But I want that island! That island is hosting a very important wedding in a few months, and And is also the dowry. Surely I don't have to explain the diplomatic importance of such an event and the monarch's attendance. No, by 60 fish guy. Oh well. Oh well. And the season! And thus, down in the South Grande Island, Kane is practicing their swordplay, cutting a dummy to ribbons. Suddenly, the sky turns black. A flash of light, a boon of thunder, and a figure stands where the charred scraps of the dummy used to be. Oh my god! That's a new one! Oh! I am Off-Morale, Wizard of the Storm. Speak your peace, mortal, and be quick. I thought we might have a common goal. The monarch has been overstepping their bounds recently, haven't they? My 3-year-old gave my 10-month-year-old a foam sword. Should I be concerned? That's up to your child, really. This is an undeniably true. Watching from the clouds, I have observed many grave injustices committed by the monarch's minions. Technically, the prospects of magic forbid me from intervening. But alas, my colleagues abandoned that rule long ago. I suppose I gain nothing from keeping it still. One more thing, though. You must deal with the bees on my behalf. She's so excited about the sword. Oh, wow. Did you say bees? Yes. On the plain, they're simple insects. But in the apiary tree, the world of dreams and magic, they powerful and intelligent, call themselves the dreams of being. They have an innate fondness for royalty, and sometimes protect monarchs from magical interference. But they won't harm non-magical folk, beyond the occasional thing, so you can deal with them. For the next stages of the scheme, the Grandees must lower all regions combined farming to 14 or less in 4 seasons. Oh dear. Isn't that unfortunate? Very much indeed. Even 2 of these alone is 14. Damn. That'd be weak. Oh, and also, achoo. Oh, what's that? Perfect. Achoo. Oh, what's that? And by the way, what are you going to do about it, Leafy? I forgot to mention that. What are you going to do about that? You and what army? Just letting you know that right now, just as we're going along. I could just not play tomorrow. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yeah, I know. The counselor leads you to the Great Hall where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see what the candidates are. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Magnus, firstborn son of the Northern Easyfond clan. He's your typical northern lad, big, brawny, and honest. In the same way an axe to the face is honest. Even among the northerners, he's made something of a name for himself as a fearsome warrior. People say he nurses a grudge, though. I can see the appeal, I suppose. This is Solvia, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Dragono computer dynasty. I met her at a party once, but all she did was squeak out a hello and run off. Seemed nice enough. Spends most of her time indoors, poring over musty tomes. The other counts think she's mad because she treats the peasants far too nicely. That's an intriguing candidate. And finally in the south, Bellonia, the eldest daughter of the Island King lineage, famed for her wit and her style and, as you can see, her good looks. She's a savvy businesswoman who has had success in spice trade. The most common criticism of her is that she sometimes skips church. Not bad at all. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Oh, well, you know what? I've made my decision. We're going for Bellona. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements at once. Lovely or jubbly. Wouldn't you agree? Let's go for the island wedding. Your Holiness, in a few days you will be traveling to the Archduke of Sal controversial wedding. Surely there is a way we can turn this to our advantage. We must forge an alliance with Sal. They have fast ships, and with the New Orleans outpost, control over most of the Ghost Sea. Or you could probably object to this blasphemous union of man and fish! Can't seriously expect me to disrupt the wedding. This is a matter for the council, I believe. Alright, shall we A. Seek an alliance with Sal, B. Public object to the union on religious grounds, or C. Just attend the wedding like a normal human being? A or C, vote now! Voting, 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 the voting is for you. A, voting, 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 it's all you all should do. A, voting, voting. A voting is for you now. Voted, 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 vote. Voted, a voting is for you now. Voted, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, oh no, 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 no. Voted, oh, voted, oh, voted, oh. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like we got a tie. Voting has died at day 1. Just attend the fucking wedding, mate. Well, the council has spoken. Good luck, Your Holiness. Soon the time has come. You board a ship and sail to the newly arisen island where the Archduke of Sal is due to marry his Finfolk groom. Lacking a spouse, you have chosen the Chancellor as your +1. Oh, I do love weddings, though I always end up in a flood of tears. At last, the new island crests the horizon. It's an empty little rock devoid of vegetation with no buildings except a marquee and a hastily constructed church of the 9th. But it's packed with people, mostly minor nobles of Sal, who welcomed you with cheers and bows. You file into the church. As the ceremony begins, the Finfolk prince walks down the aisle while the Archduke of Sal waits with clasped hands. Oh. Does anyone here, though any lawful independent, whose two people shall not be joined in marriage? Sit fucking quietly. Right the fuck now. Then I pronounce ye married. That's that then. Time for a party. Oh, wait. He's a pirate. It's like, that's that then. Time for a party. Everyone crowds into the marquee to get incredibly drunk. As you're making the rounds, chatting, gobbing canopies, you find yourself face to face with the Archduke. Your Majesty, thank you for coming. A toast to my new husband and I. I can see you're very much in love. Ah, yes. And the island journey didn't hurt. To enjoy his wedding, would you be interested in an alliance between Sal and my kingdom? Oh. Leave him to enjoy his wedding party. You celebrate long into the night and wake with a thudding headache. Yay! When you arrive back at the capital, the council is pleased that you followed their advice. Yes! I hope you've had a good time at the wedding, Your Highness. A gift arrives the next day. As thanks for your attendance, the Archduke of Sal has sent you a silver statue of an elephant with emerald eyes. What? The new island proves to be immensely beneficial for Saldish trade. They expand their operations out, competing your own merchants in every turn? Fuck! It's also a key military outpost. The islanders of Sal become known as the undisputed masters of the ocean, while the grandees can only seethe and cope. Oh no! That's not what I wanted at all. Seethe, cope. gaps in the mind. Your Grace, I have some odd news to report. Oh, and also the ads are about to play. You know what that means?
I've
Declare war, not because capitalism's a thorn in my side, around nostalgia for an America gone by.
This
War's a people's war against the system that spiraled out of our control. It's a war against the fucking forces of entropy. Understand? Do whatever it takes to stop them, defeat them, gut them.
If I
Gotta kill, I'll kill. If I need your body, I'll fucking take it. Fucking hell. If you don't want to see those shitty ads, be sure to sure to sub to this channel, or just go to the YouTube version. It's always there, and it's always smiling back, and it's always so beautiful, always so sweet, always so nice to see, always so cool, always so kindly, always so sweet. Very good indeedy. Anyway, what happened? Ever since the wreck of the Castile was found on my land, people have been losing their memory. It started small, but it's spreading. And I woke up this morning to find I've lost a week of my life. Something is deeply wrong. Sing the one about pants. Ah, you want me to sing pants? Very well. 1 second then. Give me a moment. 1 second. Wait, that's the wrong one. Volume. It's a good thing I have this like ready and waiting for this occasion to be happening. Hopefully you all can hear properly with this. Here we go. You may need to wait until the ads are done though. Although, oh wait, but then again, there's no need for that. Yeah. There we go. And hopefully it's good enough. One second. Monday, Tuesday, hump day is halfway. Sticky to the pig, popping in the bank. Saturday's coming quicker than you think. 48 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow what on you. Oh, I'm coming in my pants, my shirt. It's my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower. Gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes in my necktie, honey. I'm so excited. I hope that I don't come too soon. Attention is long gone. Since our past, Wallace in shape. The only thing left of the little man's game. 20 excited, I hope that I don't. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't come too soon. And of course, that was Pants from Here Comes the Mummies. It was very lovely to have sung that song once again. I know that song off by heart. Let's make... you may be thinking, how do you remember all that? I didn't see you pull up lyrics or anything. It's because I know songs off by heart because they're very good. Also, I think the ads are over. So thus, we're going back to this. We do A, pay for Count Dragon to relocate to safety. B, send priest to heal the people. C, destroy the ship. Or D, Count Dragon is delusional, forbid all discussion of the wreck. If you ask me, guys, I think we should, oh, wait, actually. I think we should, have the figure that shit out. A, B, C, or D, vote now! Voting, 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 the voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 it's all you all should do. Hey, voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, voting, a voting is for you now. Voting, 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 vote. Hey, voting, 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 vote. Hey, voting, voting, a voting is for you. A voting, 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 vote. Hey! 10 more seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Horizon. 2.5, 2 3/4, 2 1/3. The vaulting is closed at the 1, so as a result, we're gonna send the priests right now. Roll the dice! What? The priests arrive in a long caravan laden with books, relics, and incense. Fortunately, the people of the East are nervous about visiting the priest, and only a few can be healed. Though the sickness fades away, after a while the suspicion remains. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I mean, both works. Ugh. And the season! And thus we are to, end the year!
Don't panic! Don't panic!
Don't panic indeed, don't panic, don't panic. Time for the Royal Wadon. We got it, and we got it. Yeah. Your wedding to Belladonna is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Belonia at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Sure, what the fuck ever. Then I pronounce you married in the eyes of the kingdom! Oh! Yeah. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Belonia, laps up the attention, delivering a witty speech in which she flatters you outrageously. By the time you find yourself alone with Belonia, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. You dance so beautiful. Oh, wait. You dance so beautifully. It was such a you dance so very beautifully. It was such a wonderful day, wasn't it? Admit it, your heart wasn't in it. This shocks her at first, and then she smiles. Me neither. Still, I suppose it's the game we must play. Let's drop the act, shall we? With pleasure. Well, what should we talk about? I'm so used to steering a conversation into safe waters. I've forgotten how to let it run its natural course. Tell me a secret. Secret? Who told you I had a secret? Whatever you've heard, it isn't true, I swear. I was so nervous about today. Me too. Not that I let myself show it. I gotta leave temporarily in 30 minutes. Yeah, do not worry. From there, the conversation flows like fine wine. You pass a bottle back and forth, laying bare your deepest fears and hopes. At night's end, you join your wife in bed, feeling for the first time that you've glimpsed her real feelings. Yay! Time for the rewards of prosperity. Your Majesty, merchants are visiting the north from as far afield as Vladimir and Astesh. Our quarterly figures are stunning. Your quarterly what? Money! Lots and lots of money! Your Highness, the Northern Economist has an audacious idea for all of this wealth. Call it an experiment. We gave the peasants gold whenever or not they're working. This will ensure a base level of comfort and security for all. Gods be good! What are you saying? That we should hand out cash for nothing? With respect, how is that different from chiefs receiving fees from their serfs? It's completely different, Your Highness! Your Highness, this lunacy cannot possibly be considered. Do we A, implement this new economic strategy in the north? Do we B, encourage merchants to visit other regions across the kingdom too? C, demand a one-time extra tax from the chiefs, they can afford it? Or D, host a financial summit in the capital to celebrate the chief's success? I'll let Unity decide. A, B, C, or D. Vote now! Voting, 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 voting is for you. A, voting, 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 it's all you all should do. A, voting, 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 vote. Voting, voting, vote. A, voting, 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 vote. Voting, 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 vote. A, voting, 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 vote. A, voting, 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 vote. Vote, 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 vote. Oh, vote, vote, vote. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at that shit. Voting tied at a 1. New economic strategy. Yes, please. Implement this new economic strategy in the north. Holy shit. Anyway. Many chiefs are furious. Not only that, but other nobles watch anxiously, worried about this outrageous new strategy spreading elsewhere. Ooh. But their fears are unfounded, freed from at least some of the back-breaking worry of how to pay for the next meal. Peasants praise the crown and the council. Farm owners treat their workers better for fear of them leaving to work elsewhere. The sick and infirm no longer have to work themselves to death for coin. The north flourishes, though the chiefs give you no credit. Dogs. And just like that, the grandees can have a bit of a harder time trying to get their bit across. Time for a mercantile complaint. Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the north have bribed the chiefs to give them an exclusive charter. They now control all trades of wool and tallow, the north's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller trades like myself out of business. Something must be done. Yeah, let me see. A, monopoly? It just sounds like good business. B, demand that the treasury gets a taste of the bribes. Or C, declare the exclusive charter null and void. Alright, B or C, vote now! Voting, 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 voting is for you. A, voting, 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 voting is all should do. Voting, 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 vote. A, voting, 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 a voting, voting, vote. A voting, a voting is for you now. Voting, 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 voting is for you. A voting, a voting, a voting, a voting. Give Crown some luck, you're damn right. 10 more seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voting has died at a 1. We are going to get the taste of that lovely, lovely, jubbly bravery. You soon receive a generous anonymous donation from the address of one of the biggest companies in the north. In return, you allow them to keep their exclusive charter. Everybody wins. Except for the merchants who came to complain to the council. He's found dead in an alleyway. Probably a coincidence, really. Damn those alleyways, always killing people. Am I right or am I right? Anyway. And the season! Far in the east, Countess Captain Leafy the Fourth is hosting a dinner party in her castle with a few distinguished guests. Fate is not smiling upon us, friend. We failed to win this spy master's trust, and she still watches us with an eagle eye. How goes the search for the lookalike? I'm literally picking at random because my child are yelling, so I can't hear the options, and my screen is so small to read the options. Fair enough. Not well. I'm still looking. The best I found is a peasant with a wrong-shaped nose, the wrong-colored eyes, and a wooden leg. Don't let that discourage you. Keep searching. A doppelganger is out there. I'm sure of it. The counts aim to lower their defiance to 4 or less. Meanwhile, up in the north, Chief Horizon II is hosting a grand feast in his clan hall. Our plans are going better than expected! The Spy Master thinks that all is well in the kingdom! Thanks to a lack of attention, I've recruited troops from among the hill folk north of the border. Even though it's forbidden. Things are proceeding better than I've imagined. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents. We already control the honor guard. If we can be the loyalty of the watch, we'll have complete control of the palace. For the next stage of the scheme, the chiefs must lower the treasury to 1,500 in less than 2 seasons. Uh-oh. What's this, Horizon? What's this? And the season! We have a helping hand, an exotic plant, and ramblings at the university. Eh? Well, I screwed myself. It would appear so. Your Majesty, we've been hearing disturbing ramblings from the university. What manner of ramblings? Nasty rumours of secret nighttime meetings in one of the older libraries. The rumour is they're examining the rules of succession. The very rules that you put you on the throne. Who knows what conclusions they may come to? Okay. We either B, we need a spy to uncover their secrets, or C, summon a scholar immediately. B or C, vote now! Voting is for you. Hey, voting, it's what you all should do. Voting is for you. Hey, vote. Hey, the voting is for you. Hey, voting is for you now. Voting is for you. Hey, vote. Hey, voting. The voting is for you. Hey, 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What thing has died at a 1? Oh, look, Horizon, you found a way to lose some of my money. Damn. We need a spy to uncover their secrets. Your spy is sent to Quail University disguised as a student of metaphysics and is given a bag of gold to use for bribes. Lovely. Moving on, let's go for an exotic plant. Chief Easy Fawn strides into the council chamber, brandishing a clay pot from which grows a long leafy plant with floppy yellow flowers. Our peasant farmers have discovered a new kind of plant, Your Majesty. I thought you might like to name this new exciting new discovery. Planty McPlantface. Descriptive. I like it. This stuff grows wonderfully fast. It tastes terrible, but the farm animals don't mind. I suggest we grow it in the north and as the light stuff feed. or perhaps it would make a nice addition to the palace decor. Do we A, seize planted McPlant-face crop from the chiefs and plant it in the palace, B, cultivate it in the north, or C, ban the crop, it could be dangerous? I vote for cultivating it. Actually, Unity, A, B, or C, vote now! Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 it's what all you should do. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, voting, it's all you should do. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 vote. Voting, 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 vote. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Vote, 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 vote. 10 more seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it looks like you have chosen to be unanimous with seizing the planting McPlant-face crop from the chiefs and planting it in the palace. Not all the chiefs are happy about their planted McPlant-face being uprooted and put in the capital, but Chief Easyphone is grateful for the cash. Meanwhile, planted McPlant-face quickly establishes itself in your greenhouse, along your walls, and occasionally creeping in your windows. You know, like a pervert. A perverted plant from the little shop of horrors, big green mother. A helping hand. There! Oh. Zacko, I had something I wanted to ask you. What can I do for you? As you surely know, I run a very successful textile mill back home in the south. But the current laws are a little restrictive for my trade. Lots of tariffs and regulations, you know how it is. I was hoping you could push for some changes in the council. Eliminate some of the working regulations for southern textile mills, perhaps. You want me to give the South preferential treatment? I think it's only fair. The other regions just can't compete with us in the textile trade anyway. Fine, I'll assemble the council. Aha, praise the ninth. I'll see you there. So, do we A, relax safety standards in southern textile mills, B, strengthen safety standards in southern textile mills, or C, do nothing? A, B, or C, vote now! I want my significant other to be happy all at once. Please, for the love of God, Ten more seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And thus voting is decided at 1, we go for my choice. Oh, lovely. Oh, the other regions are outraged by the clear nepotism that's taking place, but Bellona pays them no minds as profits pour in. She even shares a portion of the income with the treasury. Lovely jubbly! Everything's going well. Time for the auction stages, everyone! For the Chiefs, we have a fortress. For Horizon has 5,250. Leafy has 2,900. Easyphone has 1,550. Dragon has 900. And Island King with 800. With Mitch, Island King the most broke out of all of you, Mr. Broke. They them broke. My bad. Sorry, got the wrong one. But yes, as we basically go along with this, for the Chiefs, we have A fortress, which raises the military. For B, an observatory, which lowers the faith. While for the Cans, we have C, a cathedral, which raises the faith, and D, a prison, which lowers stability. Meanwhile, for the Grandees, we have E, a deer park, which lowers the farming, and F, a thief guild, that lowers the trade. A, B, C, D, E, or F, get your bags out and throw them on the ground! Get your bidding on. Bid it on! Get your bidding on right now. Get your bidding on. Bid it on! Get your bidding on right now. Well, get your bidding on. Bidding on. Get your bidding on right now. Wow. Get your bidding. Bidding. Get your bid. Mono! Stop wasting your fucking points! Why'd you waste them all again? What the fuck? You're supposed to use them! I mean, seriously! I mean, Riappo, what do you have to say about Mono using all of this damn finances at once?
It's kind of mid.
I know, right? 4, 3, 2, 1. And it looks like you've lowered the fifth and raised the military. Interesting indeed. But regardless of that, everything's still going upwards. But it looks like the military is getting more and more prominent. Meanwhile, partial painting about your... Oh. Ah, come on, love. Your marriage to Bellona has grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it blossomed into something like a love. I mean, look at their facial expressions. Nothing. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair, but something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business! Yeah. Folly of the spy. Why, what's wrong? Your Majesty, the spy you sent in the university has been picked up by the Palace Watch. Picked up how exactly? Hauled from the river, Your Majesty, after a boating mishap. The young spy has entered the student body, taken up drinking, and now spends his time composing modern three-syllable poetries. Oh God, he's become an honor student. Your Majesty. Read me some of your poetry. Beer at noon. Okay. Beer at noon. Oh, alright. I'll tell you the poem. Beer at noon. What's this, bread? Flat lids. Read me more poetry. Okay. Lovely face. Good strong teeth. Is that wig? Read me more poetry. False monarch. Not the boss. I knew it, Your Majesty! The university is definitely plotting against the crown. Perhaps they're even looking to prove your succession was not legitimate. Let's call a vote on our next move. If you can brook the delay, Your Majesty. I have a better idea. Do we A, we must no more sober up the spy and send him back? Or B, enough tricks, arrest the scholar and question them? A or B, vote now! Voting. The voting is for you. A, Horizon, would you like to basically take more money from me? Wow. Voting. Voted. Vote. A, voted. A, vote. But yes, hello Mono, I hope you're doing well and that everything's going fine for you. How has your week been? Same with you too as well. Vote. You need to join in order to basically join in voting systems. 10 more seconds! You basically go exclamation point join followed by your pronoun to join the game. And I think you will enjoy it immensely so. But yes, vote. Vote. It's been shit as always, but I'm not complaining. Fair enough. Voting tied at 1, and thus we must no more sober up the spy and send him back. Alright, thank you, Your Highness. Alright. I'm just lurking and somehow I keep losing my points. I know, it's really reckless of you, Mono. You really got to be careful with that amount of dosh that you have in you. The spy is given a cold ice bath, strong black coffee, a fresh set of clothes, and a few more gold pieces before he is returned to the university. Alright, so, nice. That's basically what the poetry is. It's not even rhyming slang. Partial planting. You feel relaxed and full of energy as cheap, easy fawn strolls into the council chambers. Fine, next time it'll be marbles since I've lost mine. Oh no, oh no, oh no, ah! A stray tendril of Planty McPlanface has curled around the arm of your chair. Wonderful day, isn't it, Uranus? I'm feeling fit as a fiddle. Aye, a few of the scholars have been researching the properties of Planty McPlanface, and are said that the flues have an etheric effect. But perhaps that's something good. Perhaps that's a good thing. If it makes everyone more cheerful, where's that arm? Alright, do we, A? It's harmless, keep it in the palace. A, remove Planty McPlanface from the palace immediately. B, it's harmless, keep it in the palace. Or C, keep it here, but make Planty McPlanface illegal enough. A, B, or C, vote now! Voting. Just don't do marbles tomorrow. Oh, voting is for you. Hey, voting. Ah, you've joined, and you have become part of the Grandees of the South. Enjoy that for what it's worth. Your job is to basically make sure all of this goes down. But regardless of that, anyway. Voting is for you. Hey, Horizon! How dare you! As we were doing all this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me just do this first. Voting is closed, and thus it's harmless. Keep it in the palace. Alright, the chiefs are relieved that their precious Planty McPlanface has not lost its good reputation. When you settle in your bed that night, leaves coil across your ceiling. Why wait for tomorrow? Unbe-frickin-leavable. Don't do it tomorrow. Oh, yeah. But yeah, let me just get the frickin' marble race up and running. I mean, Riatbot, what do you have to say about this, the marble race happening a bit early?
Misa like what I'm seeing.
Very well, then. Apparently, Riatbot enjoys knowing that. I only have 2.5 hours to play DVD tomorrow. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Oh, never mind. There's just... bad news, guys. There's an update. Just as I was planning to basically press play on it, it has an update. So, you know, that means we're going to have to wait until it's all 100% updated. I have to leave for work midstream tomorrow. Yeah, we know. Pretty much. Let me just see how long it's going to take for this to fully load. Oh! 6 minutes! Damn. That's a lot of, nothing. Creative excuses detected. BS meter is increasing. You'd think so, but I see it. Straight in my face. It's downloading as we speak. And thus, maybe we'll have to wait a tad in order for it all to come about. It's just updating as we speak. And now it's changed to 4 minutes. And descending down to 3 minutes. If it's going to take too long, I can wait 2 more days. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, and it's also going all the way down to 5 seconds. And now back to 5 minutes. Back to 5 seconds. Back to 5 minutes. Back to 5 seconds. Now it's 3 minutes. And it's only been 3 minutes. There's a lot to take into consideration of what may be or not happening. But it's staying at 3 minutes. Oh, now it's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Man, don't you just love waiting? It's like the best part of the marble race, knowing that it just needed updating at the very last minute when we last suspected it. What a pleasure to find out about. Isn't that right? Isn't that right?
Patience is a virtue, or in this case, prurience. Pricey. Yes, pricey is a virtue. Wouldn't you agree there, Mono and Leafy? Parise is a virtue. You get what I mean? Yeah. Patience is a virtue. It is now 2 minutes. And it's now 1 minute. Nope, back to 2 minutes. Now back to 1 minute 55. We are getting to the... I'm old enough to have used dial-up. Waiting to download is all you did. Oh yeah, I used dial-up as well. I actually used the numbers on like one of those. Although in hindsight, I was too short to basically pick up the landline phone. That was yeah, dial-up. Oh my god, how old are you, Horizon? We're talking about the one where you pick up the phone and you actually had to press buttons on your house phone. Yeah. Landline. What's 9 plus 10? 21. You stupid. But we have a landline. Oh, I mean, I do, but we never answer it. We never really answer the fucking thing. Mainly because there was no reason to do that, really. And as well as that, dial-up modems. They used to, if I'm not mistaken, be on this, like... I wouldn't even say it was like a satellite sphere. It was like lines upon lines upon lines upon lines. We used it because grandparents... Oh, no, my parents used it as well. But then again, you know, it's a bit... It's like... It's like... But yeah, we have about 25 seconds left until the update is 100%. Won't that be exciting? It's really useful. We're now in the 10 more seconds of the download. And now it's 11. Now it's back to 7, 6, 5, no, 3, 0. And nope, back to 5 minutes. It's now gone 5 minutes. Never mind, it's gone back to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Except for the memorizing numbers part. Oh yeah. I feel gracious not know. Although in hindsight, when the voicemail service kept on reciting the number, it became clear that you can remember the number if the voicemail keeps on picking it up. It was very, very annoying. It was very, very annoying indeed. And also, yeah. What is the Microsoft... Is this Microsoft Windows? I don't know. Windows 10 or 9? I keep forgetting. I think it's Windows 10. It's not 11. God forbid. I don't think it's Windows 11, at least. I hope it isn't. But yeah. We can now play the marble race. Here we are, Bot. Are you looking forward to the marble race?
I don't like this one.
Did you hear that, did you hear that, Horizon? He doesn't like that one. We can have voicemail. It's an old one. Yeah. But do not worry about it. It will all be fine and dandy and very well and good and dandy and perfect and good and the Lone Ranger. Time for me to get the Lone Ranger theme. Wait. Voicemail used to be a tape recorder in your house. It really did. It really did. Oh, and also, since they couldn't, by the way, since they couldn't, get rid of my brain's having a moment. Since they couldn't get rid of the ad blocker, YouTube's just going like, you're a very naughty boy. How dare you do that to us, this multi-billion-dollar corporation? How fucking dare you? We spend so much time making sure that the creators get the bare minimum and that you all solely have to rely on sponsorships in order to make ends meet. And Patreon, how fucking dare you? We make sure you basically keep your content good and sound. What's that? Logan Paul's just done an endorsement. What's that? Logan Paul just did another dead body video. billion to him. Or something like that. But yes, anyway, let me just get that and that. Is that guy still relevant? Unfortunately, yes. When he's associated with a person that I believe has no reason to be associated with them, but is probably friends by virtue of just being friends, it becomes less about, gotta go, I'll be back, I'm leaving the stream open on my phone. Very well, Captain Leafy, enjoy. Meanwhile, Mr. Beast, yeah, he's very, he is very fucking relevant and ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you steady? Go! And we are off as they go down the Plinko machine. Oh my goodness gracious me. Loudtime and nothing happens just died on the spot. Meanwhile, Dust My PC is now back in the lead. Will we get to see me basically dust my PC once again? Whilst Dust My PC and Live Talk with Point Redeemer are in the front linings, who will basically land victorious. Oh, but Bitch About Something is now in the lead. Will Bitch About Something basically take over the front lines? But Dust My PC is going places. As we can clearly see, they will go where no other marble has gone before. Hell. But it looks like Endstream, Dust My PC, Bitch About Something, Endstream, My PC, oh! Bitch About, oh, what the, wait, hang on, what? Oh, what's going on? Who's winning? Who the fuck is winning? Is it the one that's the most center-ish? Oh my god. Is 5 Minute Reddit the most centered thing? That must be the marble in question. That's just stuck in place, I guess. Just stuck there. There it is. Yep. That's the most centrist part of it, I guess. Almost ended stream. Yeah, you almost did. But guess what? We're looking at Reddit for 5 minutes. Alright, let's just look at an r/Reddit for like 5 minutes. Won't that be lovely to look at? What would be some good thinking music? Wait. This one. Yes, indeed. We are now going to look at a lovely little subreddit in order to cleanse the palette of this lovely thing we call Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes. We are going to observe memes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Thank you ever so kind, Alexa. Very good. We'll now go on to the Reddit and look at a server. Let's see what's on the agenda today. Let's see. Let's go British. British celebrity babes. No thanks. I'll just go for British, thank you. Yeah, so can we just have British, r/British? Wait. r/British. Wait. I'm just gonna say r/British and hope that comes up with the thing. Okay. So we got the British food. Ah, yes. I remember this. Hang on, what? What do you mean you're not being racist? He's gonna say something racist. Let's find out how racist it is.
I am not being racist, but British food is the best. You cannot beat British food. And I don't like all these TikToks, all these memes, where people say that British food is boring and tasteless. So I'm here at my local town, and I'm going to show you today all the lovely British food that we have to offer. Chicken tikka masala, sushi,
Yeah.
crispy duck,
Yeah.
pizza,
Yeah.
pasta,
Yeah.
tacos,
Yeah.
burritos,
Yeah.
kebab,
Yeah.
peri peri chicken,
Yeah.
ramen,
Yeah.
tom yum soup,
Yeah.
and my favourite, chicken chow mein.
Yeah.
Wow.
Such
So British.
absolute British delicacy from the confines of taking it from everyone else's lovely establishments. Wouldn't you agree? Are British people jokes going too far? I don't want to look at that one. There we go. Do British people like the American accent? Depends on which American accent you are referring to. Wait. BBC gets called out for their compliancy in the genocide in Gaza. Ah, yes. Very British of us to basically talk about that. Anyway, iconic British moments. Hiya, for a project I'm doing, I need examples of things that are so bad they're good. This could be anything from how's that? So bad it's. Okay, that one looked like it was a rabbit hole. The humor one. An iconic British moment that's so bad it's good. Not gonna lie, I'm having a hard time thinking of one. Huh. So bad it's good. It's gonna be very difficult to think about, really. Let's just see. Is Greggs really a British bakery chain in 2025? Yes. It always has been. Where were you born in? It is a bakery chain. It's always been a bakery chain. What are you talking about? Who owns the British mainstream media and why should you care? The BBC. Duh. And that's owned by the government. Done. Greggs. Oh yeah, Greggs is a pasty shop. Look. Greggs basically has like that 99p sausage roll pasty that basically goes so well. Tastes so elegant. And it also has lovely breakfast portions, savouries and bakes, drinks and snacks, some little hot foods, and a donut. They actually have like boxes of them in the front when you basically walk in. Sandwiches and salad. There's actually a Greggs just down the street. I could just go there and have a lovely Greggs if I wanted to. And of course there's this lovely delicacy, and also I can get like square pizzas like delivered to my doorstep, really. Such delicacies, wouldn't you agree? Yes, finest establishment delicacies from the Greggs. And of course we got what looks like Baja Blast. Mountain Dew Baja Blast, right next to what looks like Tango. If you want, just check out. Yep, you definitely did not accidentally dox yourself. Believe me, if I told you where the Greggs was, you would. Let me just show you something. Greggs locations. Alexa, shut up. Okay. These are all Greggs locations. No. I want them in Great Britain. Greggs locations. And by the way, these are all nearby Greggs establishments. And if I were to let's say we were Greggs London. Greggs London locations. There are about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 Greggses in London. And that's just the fast food chain alone. But yeah, movie that glorifies England. Actually, I want to see their answers, really. Honestly, V for Vendetta did it for me. V for Vendetta is a good British movie for British people. It was made by the Siguretsky twins, who basically also directed The Matrix. So I would agree with that. The Cornetto trilogy, Austin Powers and 28 Days Later, those are British films. I would suggest the Cornetto. As of October 2024, the cities with the most Greggs locations in the United Kingdom were London and Glasgow, with 42 apiece. Coming in a distant third place was Edinburgh with 29. That's just how good Greggs are in Britain. We love it so much. We love it absolutely so much. But of course, if anyone wants to have their opinion on what they think is the most iconic British film, be sure to tell me. As we go back into the loveliness that is, we go back to the stream. Let's go back to King of the Queso. King of the Queso. Back to King of the Queso, baby! Iconic British film. Whilst you're thinking, let's just move on from there and end the season! Up in the north, Chief Horizon II has gathered his fellow plotters for a hike through the mountains. The Palace Watch won't accept the bribes! The treasury is practically overflowing! They don't need our money! And I suppose they ran straight to the spy master to blurb about it. Damn our luck! Is this the end? By comparison, there's around 200 McDonald's in London. What does that say about Greggs' greatness? American brand! It's an American brand, and it's infesting this fucking country. Although, if any... I'll say this right now. If we really were to stick it to America, we'd close down all the McDonald's and replace them with Greggs. I'm not joking. It would be a big middle finger. Best British film is definitely The Italian Job. We are the self-preservation society. That is a good... it's actually a good film, actually. No, do you know what also is? Any James Bond movie. You could say any James Bond movie. Well, that would bankrupt the Greggs. How would it bankrupt the Greggs? Just replace the McDonald's with Greggs's. All 200 of them. Never seen a James Bond. I would recommend GoldenEye. Or I would recommend GoldenEye, a Pierce Brosnan film. I would recommend that. I think you would absolutely enjoy it. Or Goldfinger. Or Or maybe... Oh, what was that other film? Live and Let Die. Because more locations means they'll need more supply. You don't think they can't supply it? Well, anyway. Did Valtor give up after his first defeat in the hands of the Eater of the Sun? We will bide our time and strike again when the monarch least expects it. The chiefs aim to lower the treasury to 15,000 or less. Yeah, good luck with that. Meanwhile... down the south, Grandy Island Kane is visiting the wizard Afmoral in her tower, floating on an island amid the clouds. I walked through the Aper Tree last night, and the dreams of being still ruled their crystallized cities. What's taking so long? But please, just give me a few more months. Upon my honor, I won't let you down. Hurry up. I am not accustomed to failure. They need time to adapt. Not all Macs at once might cause issues. Sparks fly from Afroral's fingers, and Grandy Island Cave yelps in pain, their hair standing on end. The Grandies aim to lower all regions combined farming to 14 or less. Oh, good golly. Anyway, oh, would you look at that. You know what? You know what? Here's something for you. Get a bit of a load off on you. Yeah, treat yourself. How about you treat yourself? And the season! Lovely jubbly, wouldn't you say? A fever? What do you mean a fever? Hang on. The sparking energy brought by early Plenty McPlanface blooms has been replaced with a fever that hits the entire palace. Indoors, the air is thick with its heavy scent. Sweat pours from your brow like a waterfall. When servants open the windows, leaves and stems crowd inside as though hungry. Oh! And all, thank you, Mono. You enjoy your lurk. It's affecting Babylonia too. Both of you feel absolutely dreadful. When the scholars from Quill University investigate the Plenty McPlanface, it becomes clear that it's responsible for the sickness. Alright. Do we A, order northern farmers to help destroy Plenty McPlanface, or C, pray for health? A or C, vote now! Voting, 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 the voting is for you. A, voting, 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 the voting is for you. A, voted it, I 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 voted it. The you voted, 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 vote. Hey, voted, voted, vote. Hey, the voted, 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 vote. Voting, a voting is for you now. Voted, 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 voted is for you. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're rolling dice instead of rolling a flat-sided, a two-sided dice. Voting is closed. Praying for help. Roll the dice! Yes! A fleet of northern priests arrive at the palace. They sprinkle holy water on your feverish brow and wander through the overgrown corridors chanting solemnly. In a matter of days, your fever, it breaks, and the tendrils of Plenty McPlanface shrivel and wither. A miracle! The Archbishop praises the ninth god for his health. Lovely a jubbly! What's this? The ceremony of friend! Your Grace, too long have we let tension simmer between us. We are citizens of the same kingdom, are we not? We worship the same god. I just want to assure you that the counts are loyal, despite the rumors. And prove it. Let's hold a ceremony of friendship, where we renew our feudal vows. What a lovely idea. It's basically a big party, followed by an renewal of our vows of loyalty. This is a counts-only affair, by the way. Other regions are not invited. Though, unfortunately, we still need council approval to open the treasury's purse strings. Interesting. Oh, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Something to keep in mind, wouldn't you say? Counts only, I guess. A, declare a day of public celebration across the kingdom. B, the monarch shall attend a private counts only party. Or C, ceremony of friendship sounds like a waste of time. A, B, or C, vote now! Voting, 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 voting is for you. A, voting, 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 it's what all you all should do. Voting, 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 voting is for you. A, voted, voted, vote. A, the voting is for you. A, voting, a voting. Voting is for you now. Voted, 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 voting is for you. A, voting, voting, voting. Voting is for you. I voted, 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 vote. A, voted, vote, 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 vote. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. It looks like voting has died at the door. We're gonna only have it be a private one, okay? I don't want to spend too much money, alright? You attend a private party at Count Dragonor Computer's creepy castle, where you and the Count swap gifts, enjoy a 7-course bouquet, and drink enough wine to drown the pig. Shit. As the sun sets, the council kneels before you and repeat the feudal vows. You anoint each of their foreheads with a dab of sacred oil. They rise to their feet again and embrace you one by one. You bitch. A booming... Damn, that was one hell of a party. Yeah, it would appear so. Your Majesty, the yields from the northern farms are extraordinary. I've never seen anything like it. The peasants are practically drowning in turnips. They even hybridized a new variant that grows so largely that the farmers hollow them out to use as doghouses and chicken coops. Oh, the ads are about to play. You know what that means.
I've
Declared war, not because capitalism's a thorn in my side, around nostalgia for an America gone by. War's a people's war against the system that spiraled out of our control. It's a war against the fucking forces of entropy. Understand? Do whatever it takes to stop them. Defeat them. Gut them. If I gotta kill, I'll kill. If I need your body, I'll fucking take it. Fucking hell. We must assemble a team from the Queer University. If you don't want to see these ads, be sure to sub to this channel or just go to YouTube where there is no need for that nonsense. It could benefit the entire kingdom. By the old gods! Wait a moment! You can't spread around secrets just about anyone. I'll have you know that our produce is very much in demand. We're just in the middle of securing a turnip trade agreement with the Taliban. These eggheads could disrupt things terribly. Alright, shall you A. pay the chiefs to accommodate the scholars, B. prohibit the scholars and fast track the Taliban deal, or C. claim the hybrid turnips for the kingdom and distribute widely? A, B, or C, vote now! Voting, 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 voting is for you. A, voting, 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 it's what all you all should do. Voting, 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 voting is for you. A, voting, voting, vote. A, the voting, 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 vote. A, the voting, voting, the voting is for you. Voting, 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 vote. Vote. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And thus, the ad break has begun. Hopefully, you're all going to be okay during that entire escapade. Voting has started at 1, and you know what? I'm okay with spending a bit more than usual. Pay the chiefs to accommodate the scholars. The scholars are delighted, not least because they don't have to fund the expedition themselves. The chiefs grudgingly accept the splendid, which dwindles to a token amount once all the policy fees and paperwork is filed. But as knowledge of the northern turnip spreads across the kingdom, fields flourish. You'd love to see it. The turnip industry booms, and larger turnips are grown. Some even larger enough to shelter people. Oh. And the season! You said you had a surprise for me. Indeed, here it is. Behold! Your Grace! What are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any... Quit babbling, you blowhard! This isn't the monarch, it's a peasant to the monarch's spitting image. Blood and stars! And just in time, the spy master trusts us, and we can move to the next phase, kidnapping the monarch and putting this fool in their place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom in utter chaos, bad enough that the monarch's abduction can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage of the scheme, the council must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. It appears to, what a folly it would appear. Oh no. That is not what you want to happen. Oh no. No! No! Oh no! Oh no! This is not good for you! Damn, boy! It's dummy! Damn dumb! Anyway, end the year! So we got an old debt, the spy returns again, and the deceased. I've never won and don't expect to now. Fair enough, really. So yeah, 10 more seconds until the ads are fucking over. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And thus, we will now go for the Spy Master returns. The spy we sent back to the university has returned, Your Majesty, with important information. It's a document, Your Majesty. A newly discovered document of original law. In the ancient legal tongue, they are translating it. The rumor is Queen Amala wrote it in her own hand. A document written by Queen Amala has the power to overthrow the running of the whole kingdom. We must bring this to the council's attention. Alright. Do we... A, time to end this. Burn down the library of the old law. B, send soldiers and seize the document. Or C, subsequently, subtlety is required. Pay a thief to quietly steal the document. A or C, vote now! Voting, 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 voting is for you. A, voting, 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 it's what all you all should do. Voting, 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 voting is for you. I gotta leave in 30 for work, so hopefully this will end by then. Do not worry about that. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 it's what all you all should do. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 voting. Voting, 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 vote, 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 vote. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It will look like it's tied at 1. Let's burn this bitch down, baby! Everyone loves a bonfire. As the flames rise from the Library of Old Law, people gather around, drink cider, and toast apples on sticks. Only the scholars weep for the loss. Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! An old debt. How do you expect me to take this seriously, you cracked brains, bloody button? Shut your damn mouth and give me what I am owed, you owlless dog. Calm down, both of you. This big Beauvais lagwit expects me to pay him a huge quantity of gold just because his great-great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather in a foot race. A debt owed is a debt owed, is it not? Your Highness, I only recently discovered this debt while combing through my ancestors' journal. Honor dictates that Count Dragon is liable for his ancestors' debt. By the year's ashes, this is ludicrous. I demand we put this to a vote. Alright, do we A, order Count Dragon to pay his debt? B, cancel the debt, it's too old to matter? Or C, order Dragon to pay his debt plus 2 centuries of interest? Let's see if we can be unanimous about this. A, B, or C, vote now! Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 it's what all you all should do. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, voting, voting is for you now. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 voting. Voting, 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 voting. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The voting is closed. And thus, we cancel the debts to all of the matter. How exquisite! Glad that the council sees reason to this matter. A debt is a... Oh wait. A debt is a debt! Does nobody care about honor anymore? Anyway, the deceased. The elderly Countess Iolanda, a cousin many times removed of Countess Captain Leafy IV, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? Better than most of us get. Indeed, Your Majesty. She stayed at home in the east most of the time, enjoying herself. But you could have spent more time on her account. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrabbling for her estate. Countess Ilonda was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course, the estate should be mine. My late great-great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she's intended to leave it to our family. By the blood of the dead, that's a beautiful claim. Alright, do we A, give the estate to Countess Captain Leafy IV, B, give the estate to Grandee Mono, C, redistribute the estate amongst the eastern peasants, or D, claim the estate for the treasury? A, B, C, or D, vote now! Voting, 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 the voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 it's what you all should do. Voting, 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 the voting is for you. Hey, voting, the voting is for you now. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 the voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 voting is for you now. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, voting is for you. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it looks like you've all unanimously voted. I don't need it, nor do I want to fight to give it to people. Fair enough, it's redistributed. Eastern and southern nobles watch in outrage as peasants occupy the estate and move in to the manor house. Using the late Countess Ilonda's money, the peasants set up a marketplace on her land. It turns out to be a huge success, with merchants flocking to the place in crowds. Lovely jubbly. And the season! And it looks like all of this is still ongoing. Lovely jubbly. And the season! Oh, would you look at that! It would look like I have gotten an heir. Lovely jubbly. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to? The council hall fills with nervous silence. Let's go for my son. My son! The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your son. What is his name? Zacho VI. We are blessed, Your Holiness. I'm sure little Zacho VI will grow up to be a chip of the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Ooh, dude. Let's go for an eerie feeling. I'm most pleased with the new observatory we built on my land, but the scholars believe that the observatory is cursed. They refuse to spend more than an hour under its roof. That's inconvenient. Aye, unfortunately, nobody can tell me why they think it's cursed. They just say it gives them a creepy feeling. What should we do? So we should either A, have the High Inquisitor perform an exorcism, B, paint puppies and clowns all over the observatory to make it less creepy, or D, raise the observatory to the ground. A, B, or D, vote now! Voting, 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 the voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 the voting is for you. Hey, voting, 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 voting is for you. Hey, voting, voting is for you now. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Voting, 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 voting. It's what you should be doing now. Voting, 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 vote. Can I still join? Yes, you can, Blockhawk. What a lovely name, may I add. I adore it so powerfully. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Thank you ever so kindly for the ever so loving follow. Before we continue on with this this voting exercision that we are currently still doing. I think the game is... No, it's not. My name is ThatBastardChap. I stream Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays at 5 p.m. GMT to 9 p.m. GMT. Who's this?
Hello, you muppet. Welcome to the Twitch channel of ThatBastardChap. Except bastard is spelt with a 5 as opposed to an S because Twitch won't let us do it. Anyway, you know this channel's for a right geezer. We're all about the bees and the fucking honey, you know what I mean? We got the memes, the video games. I also have feet and knees. What a coincidence. Great deal. You stop on by my Twitch, I make some killer content and a little bit of money on the side, and you get to laugh at me because I'm a funny guy all the way from the British Isles, which is where Jack the Ripper was, and he killed a bunch of prostitutes, which was pretty shitty at the time, I imagine, but there was a lot of things happening at the time in London at that time that was bad. Anyway, come on in and join the memes, lads. It's a good fucking time, innit?
I look forward to seeing more of you as we go along. Isn't that right, React Bot? What do you have to say with Blockhawk basically following us?
Such a Samantha thing to say.
What? But yeah, regardless of that, you are part of the Grandees. Here's your 1,000 gold. Don't spend it all in one place. Enjoy, as it looks like we are unanimously voting for this. Lovely jubbly. Voting is closed, and thus we have the High Inquisitor perform an exorcism. Roll the dice! Yes! Baby! Woo! The High Inquisitor reports back from the observatory in a matter of weeks. First thing I've noticed about the observatory, no bird song. There was something deeply wrong in that place. Nevertheless, we prayed to the knife god, burnt holy incense, and performed our holy rites. We're still not sure of the cause of the curse, but I am pleased to report that we have successfully cleansed the observatory's horror. It's got plus aura. No minus horror in this observatory anymore. Anyway, and a menacing omen. Your Highness, here in the east, we have a hair problem. That doesn't sound so bad. Unfortunately, it's a dire omen. The town of Transhopple holds a spring festival, welcoming the warmth back to our desolate lands. But this year, we were forced to miss it. The fable hare, known as the Pale Beast of Transhopple, appeared and originally began the festival, but not this year. The peasants grow restless. It's white as snow, the size of the large dog bears majestic coiled antlers. And is delicious with parsnips. The Gavin nobles gasp and fall silent. Davrock's bones! You ate the Pale Beast of Transhopple? Onto my lands! I thought it was just a sort of rabbit. This monster has eaten the fabled Pale Beast of Transhopple, casting a shadow upon the coming year, the coming decade, in fact. It's not just a hare. The Pale Beast possessed powers beyond your own understanding. Your Majesty, please bring down the weight of justice on this wretch. Please. Alright, do we, Chief, Easy Form must publicly confess and compensate the counts for his crimes. B, discreetly call for merchants to find a fake Pale Beast of Transhopple. Or C, ignore the situation and leave it to be resolved by itself. How about we do B? It would be very nice to do that. A, B, or C, vote now! Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. A, voting, voting, voting. It's all you all should do. Voting is for you now. Voting is for you. Please, could you... Oh, God. Voting is for you. Voting is for you now. Voting is for you. Voting is for you. Voting. 10 more seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Too late, Horizon! You are too late! Faulting is tied at a 1. And thus, I must pick this. Discreetly call the merchants to find a fake pale beast of Transipole. Oh, would you look at that? After a few false starts involving rabbits dusted with chalk, a snow white hare is found. It's not quite as big as a dog, but maybe from a distance, next to a small shrub for perspective. You have antlers fixed to the hare's head and set the poor creature loose close to Transipole. All you can do is wait. A day or two later, excitement erupts as the new white hare of Transipole is sighted. The festival goes ahead with much celebration. It may be summer rather than spring, but everyone agrees winter is thoroughly over. Meanwhile, the chiefs, who caused the problem in the first place, are keen to praise your name whenever they can. Lovely, a jubbly, and the season! And it looks as if, in the darkest depths of the eastern forest, Countess Captain Leafy IV has gathered her fellow plotters around a mossy stone obelisk. The kingdom is at peace, and everyone's looking for a new scandal to focus on. Not exactly the right climate to abduct a monarch. I could finally publish my memoirs, if you think that would cause enough of a distraction. No, I don't think that'll do. We need the total chaos across the whole kingdom. You underestimate the impact of my memoirs. The counts aim to lower stability to 4 or less. I don't think that's going to be the case. Now we are in the auction stages! Horizon with 5,769. Nice. We got Captain Leafy IV with 3,650. Easy Farm with 2,100. Dragon with 2,100. Mono with 1,100. Black Hawk with 1,000. And Island King, who is the most broke out of all the nobles, with 900 gold to their name. For the chiefs, we have A, a theatre, which lowers authority. B, a thieves guild, which lowers the trade. For the counts, we have C, a cathedral, which raises the faith. D, a prison, which lowers stability. For the grandees, we have E, a deer park, which lowers the farming. And F, a stadium, which lowers the military. A, B, C, D, E, or F. Get your bags out and throw them on the ground! Get your bidding on! Bidding on! Get your bidding on right now. Wow, wow. Get your bidding on. Bidding on! Get your bidding on right now. Wow, 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 wow. Ooh, woo! Get your bidding on, baby. Get your bidding on, baby. Baby. Hey, Dragon! It looks like you've done something that Captain Leafy really hates. Get your bidding on. Bidding on. Just gonna chill. Fair enough. Get your bidding on right now. Wow, wow, wow. Get your bidding on. Bidding on. Get your bidding on right now. Wow, 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 wow. Get your bidding on right now. 3, 2, 1, and it looks like the funding has gone afoot. We have raised more. I quit. Hey, it's not my fault. We have raised the faith and lowered stability. Time to end the season as we see fit. And it looks like my ambition. Looks like my ambition. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the architect of the new golden age. And look at, and your boy has done it. You've succeeded on that front. The kingdom has never been more prosperous. Well done, your majesty. But to shut down your noble schemings for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's an ancient lost artifact forged by Queen Amalar the Wise. There's a legend that any monarch who recovers it will rule over a golden age. My advice, on the other hand, would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies. Defeat their schemes with schemes of their own. But the Chancellor has other ideas. Well, stability and trade are already at an all-time high. Why the fuck not? Spy! Spile! Spile ye! A wise decision, your majesty. I'll begin recruiting spies. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of traveling bards. But this will require a fine touch. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's stability and overall trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion amongst the nobles. Of course. Make no mistake about that. Anyway, a plague of rats has suddenly occurred. Grandy Blockhawk strides into the council chambers, distraught, having a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the south are overrun by vermin, and we have no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. Fucking well. Fucking well, I guess. How about, A, take that rat and go. The south can handle this alone. B, deliver a supply of rat poison. Or D, hire some adventurers to clear out the rodents. A, B, or D, vote now! Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. Hey, voting, voting, voting. It's all you all should do. Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you now. Voting, 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 voting. Voting is for you. Voting, 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 voting. Voting is for you now. Voting, 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 voting. Voting is for you. Voting, 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 voting. Voting, voting, voting. Voting, a 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 voting. Vote, 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 vote. 10 more seconds to vote! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. It would look like you're not wanting to take your chances with rolling the dice, it seems. And I understand. Voting is closed, and thus it will be hire some adventurers to clear out the rodents. Luckily, the Adventurers Guild has a entire bunch dedicated to vermin control as part of the leveling up initiative. Don't worry, your majesty. You can rely on I, Griswold the Glorious, and my party of merry adventurers to clear out these rats for you. Later, the adventurers are wiped out battling some kind of rat king in the sewer, but the rodent problem has gone down. I'll intervene when it's necessary. Very well. You may want to be careful with that. A miraculous discovery has appeared. Ninth above, your majesty! One of the peasants from my estate discovered something extraordinary! Well, I was lost in the desert, herding my sheep, and I ran out of water. Then I swear I heard the voice of the knife god in my ear. He said, drink and be sustained, for you are faithful. Then an oasis bubbled up from the dry sand. Praise the ninth! Even better, the smoking water healed properties. A single sip fixed my sprained ankle, it did. A true miracle in the south. This is marvelous news indeed. We must allow the kingdom's faithful to access these sacred waters, nay, the whole world! Wait a moment. For free? Your Holiness. Alright, do we A, allow the grandees to charge pilgrims to visit? B, the sacred waters must be free to everyone who wants them? Or C, use the waters to integrate southern crops and heal sick animals? A, B, or C? Vote now! Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. Hey! Voting, voting, voting. It's what you all should do. Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. Voting, voting, voting. It's what you all should do. Voting, voting, voting. The voting is for you. Voting, 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 vote. Voting, 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 voting is for you. Voting, 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 voting is for you now. Vote, 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 vote. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. And it will look like someone has just voted only for this one. Interesting. Voting gets closed, and thus use the waters to integrate the southern crops and heal the sick animals. The Archbishop huffs and grumbles that the sacred waters should be used for higher things, but he can't argue with the council. The grandees set their peasants to work, diverting the holy water to integrate their farms. It proves a huge success, and the barons flourish. The peasants call the whole area the bread basket of the ninth. Lovely jubbly. And the season! Oh, would you look at that? Confirm that fucking tax, baby. And the season! And it looks as if my ambition for the spy network might be done. All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. Your spy master takes you through the secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into the hidden chamber where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife through the traitor's ribs. How can we show of their loyalty? GG. You never know. We could get ex-cons on this. You never know. I've been very careful in my selection. You can rely on these agents. Soon they will infiltrate the courts of the nobles on your council, disguised as travelling bards. One of the spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute and the colourful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattery, they worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. On a 100, no way. Then we will have a spy network, the likes of which the world has never seen. I hope to make even the gaunt of Taliban look like rank amateurs. Can they give us a song? A few notes are plucked on a lute, the assembled spies launches into a ballad. It's actually not bad, it's always tapping. Game isn't that cruel. If you think this is good, you should see them throw a knife, can cut a rope at 30 yards. This should put a stop to their foolish schemes, and it will keep the kingdom stable for the rest of your reign. A little blackmail is a small price to pay. A week passes before you hear more news. Your spy master arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, small as a cherry stem, clutched between two fingers. This is a message from one of our agents in the field, Your Majesty. I sent her to Grandee Blockhawk's manor, disguised as a caroller, armed with a lute and a book of hymns. Ooh, wonderful! Don't get too excited. This is only the first step. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, wait to hear the success of your fleeting spy! Oh, oh! The spy master studies the scroll for a moment, and a smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candle flame, and it vanishes in a puff of cinders. She's been welcomed into Grandee's Blockhawk's court with open arms, and is already flattering him with fawning songs. Let's hope our other spies are as successful. Over the next few weeks, you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your noble courts. Now we must hope they can maintain their cover. Oh my god, I won! Yeah, baby. All right, a few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for news of your spy's progress. One day, your spy master appears at your desk, her face lit by a triumphant smirk. Good news, Your Majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of your noble's darkest secrets. Did you know Grandee Blockhawk has an irrational fear of lemons? You do now. We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles and our gently attracted bards. The blackmail writes itself! Yes, Your Majesty, let it all out! A bout of insane laughter now and then is good for the soul. But we can't get complicit. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. Over the next few weeks, your spies send back more and more positive reports. Soon you've established a spy network throughout the entire kingdom. It's with a sense of smugness that you call your next council session. As the nobles file in, you realize you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. Listen, Your Highness, I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? No. I must have misheard you. I just called a vote. Let's go. chop, chop, chop. Grandy, can you come up here for a moment? I need a word in private. Grandy Mono walks up to your throne, his face quizzical. Your spy master leans over and whispers something in his ear, and he looks suddenly horrified. By the knife! How did you know that? Only my mother knows about that! Sit down, Grandy. If the monarch doesn't want a vote today, there will be no vote. Grandy Mono returns to his seat, trembling like a leaf. This is an outrage! The vote must go ahead! Hey, care for some lemonade? Ah! Leave me alone! I'll do whatever you say! I could get used to this. When you leave the council hall, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun, an era of cooperation. Or else. Your wife meets you back at your chambers, your heir Zacho the Sixth in her arms. Smoothly done, Zacho the Fifth. We should teach little Zacho the Fourth how to follow in my footsteps. Good idea. After this, I get the feeling he'll be wearing a crown one day. That night, you sleep as an untroubled sleep for the first time since you sat on the throne. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare to defy you. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did last winter, or that you know where they sleep at night. I win once again! I'm just too good! The attempt to woo Ampharal to the southern causes was doomed to failure. Eventually, the wizard, bored of these mortal quabbles, flew up into the clouds, leaving Grandy Island King without help. All that remained of the Count's attempt to upsphere the crown was a prisoner, deep under the castle, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumour. The chief's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Chief Horizon II ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. Monarch Zacho V ruled from the shadows, getting their way in the council with blackmail and threats. The nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered it a golden age. After 15 years of unquestioned rule, Zacho V died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. Monarch Zacho V the Bountiful. Name length 2 years and 9 months. Year 1344 to 1346. Spouse, Bellona of the South. Successor, King Zacho VI. Of course, the richest noble is Horizon II with 5,869. Nice. Whilst Blackhawk is broke with 900 gold to their name. And thus, this is the successor, Zacho VI. He will be reigning. Authority at 7, stability at 10, treasury at 3,210, while the trade is at an all-time 10. Oh my god, the farming at a 10, and the grandees at a 10, but the count's at a 7. While the military chiefs at 7, accounts an all-time zilch, and the grandees at a 5. As for the 5th, the chiefs at a 10, the count's at an 8, and the grandees at a 9, while the defiance is at chiefs at a 4, counts at a 1, and grandees at a 1. Thank you all for the ever so loving time that you have given to me. I appreciate it oh so very fine, dandy, and frickin' well. I appreciate it all the time, all the well, and thank you all for the ever so loving watch you. And thank you to Melvin, Easy Fawn, and Blackhawk for the ever so loving follow. I appreciate you all very dearly. As we go into a luscious little...
You better stop!
Too late, it's already begun. As we go into a luscious little raid, who shall we be raiding today? Is anyone else playing King of the Castle, perhaps? You know what? I should raid someone that's also doing King of the Castle. Why not? You know what? What? Maybe? Good night. No, not yet. Not yet. Give it some time. Let's raid Captain Insanity, actually. You know what? Because Captain Insanity is playing Repo. It's 11 PM. Fair enough. But as we go into the luscious little raid, Thank you, everyone. Have a good day, good evening, good afternoon, good everything. And I will see you all tomorrow with some good old honest Dead by frickin' Daylight. Have a good day, good evening, good afternoon, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Bye.